Welcome back, America. It's Hugh Hewitt, the Hour of the Entrepreneur. Truncated today. I only had two entrepreneurs because I wanted to focus in on their market niche, which is younger people. Kevin Haney is the CFO of StudentLeadersSeminar.com, and Ed Portillo is the CEO of StateProductions.org. For those who've come in late, Ed, remind people what you do.
I am the executive producer and creator of All Summer Long. It is a show about a sketch comedy team that goes to summer camps, and they perform, serve, and mentor campers.
And Kevin Haney, can you remind everyone about StudentLeadersSeminar.com?
Yep, we introduced the topic of ethical leadership to students, athletes, educators, public service professionals, and leaders in the corporate and not-for-profit sectors.
And Kevin, describe to people what you do in the course of one of those sets of seminars for, say, student athletes at the University of Maryland or Bristol-Myers Squibb or anywhere that corporate or academic that you go.
Sure. Just this last week, I did a seminar with Maryland, and one of the things we wanted to talk about for young people is conflict resolution. How do you deal with conflict? And so I'll set up a number of scenarios, maybe roommate, and help them work through the different techniques to deal with conflict so they don't come to blows, and give them strategies and tactics for how to do things, because conflict is an inevitable part of our lives, and a lot of young people simply don't know how to deal with it, especially in this generation that spends so much time behind their texting, and they don't go face-to-face. They don't have that human moment, and so we try to help them develop that. So I spent a 75-minute seminar with them talking through conflict and asking them to talk about experiences. And what's really amazing is the hunger and the desire that these young people have to talk about these things. When they stick around after hours because they want to keep picking my brain about things, that's a pretty good sign that we're hitting on the right cylinder.
Now, Kevin Haney, though, you're a commander in the Navy, retired, and so you spent a lifetime flying F-14s and telling everyone from young midshipmen to the men and women around you in the cockpit how, what, where, when to do, and they responded in military fashion. Are you finding that young people can you even talk their language effectively, or are they so lassitudinous that it just makes too big of a gap?
I think the thing that we found the most refreshing is they really want to learn this. There's a real desire. For whatever reason, why they're not getting it, maybe they're in college and they haven't had a chance. Colleges don't act in loco parentis anymore, so they're on their own and they're having this experience, and they really are looking to lead. They want to do something with their lives, and it doesn't matter what they're studying. And they know that these are going to be things that will help them manage not only their professional lives, but also their personal lives. We give them tactics and strategies to be better parents, to be better husbands, wives, and better children with their parents. I tell you, it's really rewarding, and I think that's what we get out of it the most. And we're so passionate about it. I think that comes out when we're having these seminars.
And Ed Portillo, are you like making G-rated MTV?
Yeah, well, what's unique about where we are as a country, there's a study recently saying that we are living in a post-Christian nation, and one of the ways that we lose the conversation in the public space is not having an avenue that is a platform to get the word and get those issues like spirituality and morality and soul care and soul development. There isn't really an opportunity unless you have something that's a platform and a vehicle that tells a good story, that has a good presented in a way that the generation that the millennial generation, the younger generations can respond to. So that's part of the vision of the show, is to be great storytellers, but at the same time understanding the appetite of the younger generation.
How did you pay your actors, by the way? I mean, you must have gotten releases from all of them. They probably have agents and all this different stuff. Did they work for peanuts?
Believe it or not, they're actually connected to me and the school that I went to. Because Vanguard University had this resource of the camp teams, a lot of the people on the team were those former members. So they already experienced this. They already knew about this whole kind of camp ministry. And the other people that I was connected to is, like I mentioned earlier, I was part of a sketch comedy team that I started on my own that toured the California. These were people that I already worked with. So there happened to be some very, very talented and funny people, but they were in my network already.
And so let's talk a little bit about SEO, search engine optimization. Who does that for you? Because in this day and age, if you're trying to sell a television product, you're going to have the right people looking for it. Who's helping wire the web for you?
Well, that is part of, again, Naomi.
Naomi knows how to do it, because web designers often don't know how to do SEO.
Yeah, well, there's different things that she's allowing me or telling me to do in order to optimize it. There's other people coming alongside me. Like, there's a website called NewReleaseTuesday.com. There's two guys that run it, Marcus Hathcott and Kevin McNeese. Those guys have a web design background, so they're also, again, kind of coming alongside me and giving me tips on how to spread the word and get the word out there.
I'll be right back. One more segment on the Entrepreneurs Hour with Kevin Haney of StudentLeaderSeminar.com, Ed Portillo of StateProductions.org. Don't go anywhere. It's the Hugh Hewitt Show. The Hugh Hewitt Show, coming to you from the Reagan.com studio. Reagan.com, the official email provider of the conservative movement. Reagan.com.
Bad credit card debt happens to good people. Credit card companies lure you in with low introductory rates or low minimum payments. Before you know it, you owe thousands of dollars in credit card debt. It has happened to millions of good people just like you. But here's the good news. Thanks to a powerful program now approved, anyone with $2,000 or more in credit card debt can cut their credit card payments up to half and even reduce or eliminate interest charges altogether. That's right. Our nationwide nonprofit program is helping U.S. residents cut their credit card payments. Call 800-493-2090 now. The call and information are free. We've helped over 500,000 people with their credit card debt, and now we can help you. Call 800-493-2090 to see how this powerful nonprofit program can work for you. Bad credit card debt happens to good people. Get free of credit card debt today. Call 800-493-2090. That's 800-493-2090. Again, 800-493-2090.
Hi, this is Dick Morris. Obamacare is taking full effect this year with over 15,000 pages of regulations. You need to know how this law affects you. That's why you should get your copy of Obamacare's Survival Guide. It's easy to read and the best guide to the new law. Even if you're currently insured or a senior on Medicare or a business owner, a medical professional, or really any citizen, you need the Obamacare Survival Guide. In it, you'll find about hidden taxes, fees, and fines, including a 40% tax on some health plans. I warned you about Obamacare, its rationing, Medicare cuts, and will trigger doctor shortages. Now the Obamacare Survival Guide gives you the simple steps to protect your family. So get the Obamacare Survival Guide at bookstores everywhere. It's already a #1 Amazon bestseller. Or get our special $4.95 offer and save $15 today by going to Obamacare911.com. Obamacare911.com. That's Obamacare911.com.
When it happens, hear it here. News Talk 660 WORL. 660 WORL.com. We are pleased to announce that Central Florida is now the home of the internationally respected lecturer, educator, and physician, Dr. Shams Tabrez. What are the simple, effective steps to living an active, healthy lifestyle? How can you prevent disease? How will the looming changes in healthcare affect you? Dr. Shams Tabrez can help guide you through the modern healthcare maze and set you on a course to good health. Did you know that colon cancer is the second biggest killer? That anyone 50 and over is at risk? Colon cancer screenings are highly effective in preventing colon cancer. Call Dr. Shams Tabrez at 407-703-3300. That's 407-703-3300 to schedule your colon cancer screening today. Colonoscopy saves lives. Don't hesitate. Call today. 407-703-3300. And don't miss A Step Ahead with Dr. Shams Tabrez. Dr. Tabrez presents sound medical information and inspiring messages about how to maintain good health for your mind, body, and soul. That's this Saturday right here at noon on News Talk 660 WORL.
Hey, Costa Solutionist here. Problem. Have you ever worried about anyone drinking and driving? People at your party, out with friends, college kids out on the town? Solution? The Drive Alert Portable Breathalyzer. Blow into it and get an accurate blood alcohol reading. Instantly warns you if you drank too much to be behind the wheel. This recently released cutting-edge technology, the same technology that police use, in your pocket. The size of a small lighter, this high-quality, accurate pocket breathalyzer is normally priced at $59.99. Call right now and get yours for $19.99. Call 1-888-877-0490. That's 1-888-877-0490, or go to mycoolgadgets.com. That's mycoolgadgets.com. Why wait? Always be sure. Know your limits. Make sure you're safe to be behind the wheel. Drive Alert Pocket Breathalyzer. A $60 value for $19.99. Call 1-888-877-0490 or mycoolgadgets.com.
Now, more of Hugh Hewitt on News Talk 660 WORL.
Welcome back, America. It's Hugh Hewitt. American entrepreneurs continually amaze and astonish me, even in the middle of the 7th year of the Great Recession. New businesses get started, new businesses prosper. Two of them I've been talking to this hour. One is called stateproductions.org. The other, studentleaderseminar.com. Student Leader Seminar, Kevin Haney, give the pitch for what it is for people just walked in.
Student Leader Seminar is a leadership development firm that designed to get ethical leadership to students, athletes, educators, public service professionals, and in the corporate and not-for-profit sector.
Done primarily, am I correct, by faculty or former officers in the United States military?
Yeah, I mean, the majority of us are retired senior officers, but we also have an anthropologist. We've got 2 clinical psychologists. We've got, again, a fellow from the New York Stock Exchange. We actually have an former Israeli defense officer on the staff as well.
All right, and Ed Portillo, reminding people what stateproductions.org is?
I'm the co-creator and executive producer of All Summer Long. It focuses on a sketch comedy team that goes to summer camps, and they perform, serve, and mentor campers.
All right, now the thing I want to talk about in our last segment is customer satisfaction, and this is a little bit odd for Ed, but it's going to be very important for Kevin. So Kevin Haney, how do you find out if your customers are honest to goodness, genuinely happy with what you did, as opposed to simply saying, thank you, Commander Haney, come back again, and then you never hear from them again?
Right. Well, we're hoping, as I said, to extend our contract with University of Maryland, and we'll find out about that, I think, in the very near future. The Travis Manion Foundation probably is a one-time, because we think this is a one-time operation to help them out. We're going to be doing assessments, and part of it is we actually have an assessment team. We have folks who are absolutely experts in assessment, and so we're going to figure out what we're doing and how we're doing it and get feedback. So hopefully we'll know. And again, the key to this is finding out if people rehire you and you travel by word of mouth. So I think success for us, as far as the Maryland project, will be entering into the Big Ten and trying to get into Columbus, Ohio, to correct some things over there.
That is the number one metric by which to go. So, Ed Portillo, how do you judge? Again, there aren't any ratings, right? You can't do ratings when you're doing made-for streaming production.
Yeah, a lot of it is the success of who we network with and who comes alongside it. So opportunities like this, opportunities with other people that we're talking to about creating a movement behind it, because this is just the beginning. Streaming on Parables is one step, but we'd like to take this into the NBCs, the CBSs. That's where the vision is and where we want to take it.
And can anyone go see that, by the way? Can someone who's driving home in rush hour or in the business go find All Summer Long somewhere?
You can see clips on our website at stateproductions.org, but with Parables, it is a streaming service, so you would have to pay to have a monthly service to have it stream on your computer.
All right, tough question for both of you. Have you fired anybody yet? Ed Portillo, have you fired anyone?
There is it's a unique thing with working with a lot of volunteers.
You can't fire them. It's like working with my producer.
Well, there's a lot of people that come alongside you that are great, and some people that you have to, like diamonds in the rough, and I'm working with somebody right now.
Never met one of those. Okay, keep on.
Who's doing a great job. And then there's also some people that were a one-time thing. So with the pilot, with what we shot the first season, there were people after that where I decided that, maybe this editor is not right for continuing on for season 2, or this person that came along and did this is not good for season 2. So because we kind of have a targeted, when we go out to the field, we don't necessarily have a long-term contract with a lot of people. It's really, hey, do you shoot really well? Come alongside us for this episode, for for this time. So it's easy to kind of pick and choose.
How about your actors?
The actors will be recurring. Some of them will be recurring, and some of them will be all cast new, because one of the things that was unique about the experience at Vanguard was that each year there was a new team, and each year there was a fresh face that the campers saw. So that's part of the freshness of the show, is that every year you're going to see a different set of people and different experiences.
Can you throw divas over the cliff?
Yeah,
pretty much you can. How about you, Kevin Haney? Have you had to go to any of your faculty members and retire them in place thus far?
The short answer is no, but what we do is we're funneling work to our horses. So if you're generating business, you're getting business. And right now we have an A team that is generating business, and then there are others.
All right, so let's conclude. We got 2 minutes left. Who do you want, if they're listening to this show, to call you, Kevin Haney?
We want universities, we want high schools, we want corporations that are trying to develop leaders that are looking at developing their future CEOs, their future CFOs. We'd love to have them call us and have a conversation with us and see what we can do for them. I know that we can help them.
What kind of pricing should they expect? People always want to know that.
Every organization is going to have a little something different depending on what they want. So if they're looking for long-term seminars that are going to last over a significant period of time, where we're going to be coming back, that's going to be somewhere up in the $25,000 to $30,000 range. If they're looking at something that's a one-time, typically for a day, they're looking between $5,000 and $8,000.
That is a bargain. How about you, Ed Portillo? Who are you hoping is listening and will call you or somehow find you after the show?
We're looking for people that are interested in getting behind a show that focuses on faith-based principles, sketch comedy, and maybe we're looking for people involved with the camping industry, the summer camp industry. So we're looking for business owners that are looking for advertising, and we're also looking for different nonprofits and different church-related organizations that would like to support this type of programming.
But when you say like to support, do you want them to invest in you to seek a return, or do you want them to invest in you because you're a ministry?
Well, our production company is a nonprofit 501c3, so everything that is donated is tax deductible. But we want to grow with. We would want somebody to invest and get a return in what they're doing, because this is part of having a show, is that there will be ad revenue, merchandising revenue that will be available.
30 seconds. 10 years from now, what are people going to say about stateproductions.org?
Stateproductions.org was more concerned, and I'm going to borrow a phrase from Dennis Prager, prefer clarity over agreement. We want to be great storytellers that tell people that keep the conversation going about spiritual elements and one's relationship with God in a very engaging and great way.
Kevin Haney, 30 years from now, what are they going to say about studentleaderseminar.com?
The premier leadership development team in the country that teaches ethical leadership and character development.
That's very nice. Thanks for both of you. Thank you both for making the Entrepreneur Hour a wonderful one. And thanks to my friends at ERSOP, the Employee Retirement Stock Ownership Program. ERSOP.com brings to you the Entrepreneur Hour once every month or so. I'll be right back to conclude this hour of today's Hugh Hewitt Show.